I hate that shit. I see a lot of local artists who fucking use their backing vocals, and I'm going to be honest, I hate that shit. You'll probably see me walk out during your set, not disrespectfully, go smoke, and come back in between your set and go see the next artist, because I can't stand that shit. I'm not watching a show. If you want me to check out your music, send it to me. I'll rather listen to the mastered quality version. But for a show, I want to see you perform.
Just elevating the performance. You come and see me, I'm likely to be faking backflips, taking my shirt off.
Yeah, it's a performance, it's entertainment. It's not just a playing of songs that I've made and I pretend to rap them. What's up, everybody? It's the BDR back with another episode of The Gift of Gab. I have another special guest with me here today. English is hard. And he's back. First time, two-time guest. Had to cancel the last guest. They'll be on another episode, so don't be thinking we're flaking out on guests now. People have real life shit going on, so we make adjustments. But doesn't make the guest any less special, any less important. And like I said, he's a fucking two-time guest. What is up, Odd Unique?
Yo, what's up, buddy? Shit. How you doing? You doing all right?
Shit. Yeah, you know what we've been doing. I wasn't looking.
No.
You know what I've been doing? We're playing some 2K.
Yeah, no, me too. I've been doing the same.
A lot of fucking 2K. And you know what? For those who do watch, you know how this goes. We hop into questions first, and then we talk about some other stuff wherever the conversation leads us. I always have certain topics. You just saw the good old co-host Tiana in the background hopping down from the fucking cat tower. But so I got a few questions for you, and this was more last minute, and I know you've heard in the rumor on the street is you got some questions for me too, which I'm excited about. But
I got a few questions for you.
Like I just said, we've been grinding 2K recently. So tell me what you think about the game, and having that a little bit of free time to enjoy that experience.
I'm a community driven person. So any game where I've got multiple people of my friends I can play with, I'm always down to do. Like, it's kind of one of those things where I just that'll get me in a game quick. And this year, I'm wearing my Sirs shirt right now. I knew that in 2K26 this is going to be one of the better games they were going to be in. And it's looking like right now they're not going to be good next year, so I think I made the right choice.
Yeah. The Pacers are definitely better this year. There's actually, what's really cool is the community that puts you in. There's so many Indiana-based games.
No, last night actually we ran into an Indiana creator named Uncle something. I actually can't remember the last part, but
Uncle something.
It was a bunch
Check
of
them
uncles,
out.
actually. They're I think that was their tag. It was all of them were an uncle, and
their crew.
Yeah, one of them was dressed up like Andrew Nimhard, and every time he missed a 3-point shot, he literally started running
suicides
on the court.
Yeah, that's funny as shit. That's funny.
It was a fun experience, man.
That's awesome. Now I have a lot of fun. I've been grinding the fuck out of 2K recently. I'm got a 99 fucking shooting guard, 96 center, 96 point guard. I play the game too much recently. I should make some more music. That's what we should do. But moving on, because we got other shit to talk about. You've made 2 diss tracks recently. Hit the road, Jack.
I made one diss track and a warning.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
That's how I feel about it. I didn't really diss anybody. I was kind of just calling out some bullshit that I feel like I was seeing, and then the hit the road is definitely a diss. I won't back down from that at all.
Fuck Jack.
Fuck Jack. So at the end of the day. If you haven't heard those 2 songs, you should go check them out. They're both on YouTube. I wrote them in a day. I wrote them quick. I just had some stuff to get out. I don't know. It just felt like what was coming out of me, and it just felt like the right thing to do. So
for those wondering why I'm laughing, and I don't know if you could hear it, but Tiana just fucking bitched at our producer Maddie, and she's just kind of prancing around my apartment because this is where we recorded it. But no, that's definitely the vibe I got from him. I think I like Hit the Road Jack more because I know who Jack is, and I don't like who that is. And honestly, it's just catchy. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. Yeah, the sample's catchy as fuck. You vibe with it really good. Cutting them up is just fun. I don't know. I like it. And I can apply it to a few local artists, specifically myself. And it's also inspired some of the lyrics that'll be applied in my track Airing Out that's coming out soon.
Nice.
I got it completely written, and I kind of on the same vibe, I suppose. Kind of picked up that energy, not just from you, but from other people. From my place at work as well. I was dealing with a lot of drama there, so kind of inspired me to, I guess it's in the title, air it out a little bit. You know, put some people on blast. I'm kind of tired of, spent most of my life being the nice guy, and I'm still going to be a nice, respectful human being. That's how I was raised. But I think it's kind of getting to a point where you got to try to draw a line in the sand and be like, look, I'm nice, but I'm not weak, and I'm not going to deal with disrespect, and I'm going to have a bit the head of disrespect off yet, and I think it's time to.
I think it's, like I said, that's why I said the second song I wrote, Cutting Them Up, is more of like a, it's more just like to, I guess, inspire competition, I guess, you know, if you think, and that was like, you know, that's light, baby, that's light, you know what I mean? So I
get that.
I can always go heavier handed if I needed to. It's just something that if you heard it and you felt like the shoe fit, then put the fucking shoes on, I guess.
No, I don't think it fit me, but it does, as much as we collaborate together and our brothers and stuff, we are competitors at the end of the day. Like, we're always going to work together, but I'm always going to compete with you, is how I feel. Whether you look at me a competition or not, I pay attention to what you do, and then when you draw something, I can't listen to it as your brother. I got to listen to it as the PDR. You're talking to other artists. I am an artist. So, like, I love that shit, though. Like, I'm not like, oh, it's like, oh, okay, cool. He's making some moves, so, well, let's make some moves, too, because we can't be kept, you know, can't get caught lacking. That's how I feel. Like, you got to stay grinding. So I love seeing that, especially so close to home. Obviously, we're in the same community, but just in hip-hop in general, I love seeing, because it don't got to be disrespectful competition. It don't got to be hateful competition.
Like I said anything that wasn't
you know what I mean, though? Like,
that I put out.
But you're talking your shit, so it's like, all right, you're talking yours. I'm gonna hear that, and I'm gonna bring some music too. I'm gonna drop some music too, and we're gonna non-verbally, without ever like addressing each other and stuff. Like, I feel like as artists compete with each other, being in the same community and being in the same industry. And I think when you cut something like Cutting Them Up or Hit the Road, you know, like, hey, I'm not afraid to be specific. It brings out, if you're paying attention to what's going on, from my point of view, it brings out like, oh, okay, it's time for me to make some moves, because we're leveling up in a different type of energy right now, and it's matching how I feel in my personal life. So I think it's time to ride that wave. And I think that's something I've noticed from the work that you're doing recently that I'm being able to draw from. I can't speak on how other people, because the shoe does fit for some people, and I bet they feel a certain type of way about it. So we'll see a different type of energy from them, and then we're gonna have like, I'm just digging the, like, if we're gonna talk about it, be about it energy is what it feels like, because there's so many people who all talk, no action.
No,
you know what I mean?
No, I do friendly competitions with other people. If I'm writing about it in a song and I'm not like at a show competing with you, I like, there's a thing, like there definitely there's definitely people, like I said, the people that I was directly addressing in either one of those songs know exactly who they are, and then there's a few other like if the shoe fits kind of scenarios, like I was saying, and I really do feel like I know it's just something that you got to at some point show in the hip hop field that you're willing to stand on yourself, stand on your own craft. And,
yeah, like I'm dope and I'll prove it.
Yeah,
you have to. I mean, at the end of the day, like it kind of gave me the energy of Kendrick's Control verse. Like, he's like, he names a bunch of artists. I love for all y'all, but I'm trying to make sure none of your artists, like your core fans here, one more noun, one more verb from any of you homies. He says the N-word, but any of you homies.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, that didn't happen at all.
Right. But I'm saying that level of competition, that energy.
No, that's true.
Like,
I definitely have that in me. I definitely feel like I have been a lot more like for the community kind of mindset. This is still for the community. I still am. You know, we're still looking for judges for season 2 of
City of Versus.
We still have, actually, I could fill the list, but I kind of want to get a fan vote. So if I got a few more people on the list, I would love that, because then I could kind of leave it up for more of a vote.
That'd be cool.
But yeah, no, I still want to do. I'm still all for the community. I just also have to be able to show my hand somewhat as an artist too. The whole part of the reason I call myself Odd Unique is because I'm not really too worried about like being stuck in one facet of hip hop.
Yeah,
I want to show that I am diverse when I'm able to do this shit, and I want to show people what I'm capable of. And there's just some times where I just have something in me that I really feel like I need to get out. You know?
I completely understand that, because I mean, I'm a hip hop artist, but my passion for music, and like there's so many different components of music that like I can implement those in different facets of hip hop. That's why the BDR is the breakdown of Ricky, because I'm a multifaceted personality. I can get down to anywhere from a country song to an opera song. Like that's my cat meowing. Fucking Tiana, you're fine. That's how I have to calm her down. But continuing on, we also, like I said earlier, we've been working together. We got a joint album coming out.
That's
Name
true.
of it, undecided yet. But we got a joint album coming out.
Decided.
We haven't even talked about it, to be honest. But
it might be called End of the Fest. I just feel like that's a good.
It's,
you know what I mean?
It's probably got to be called Into the Fest.
It's just appropriate. It kind of gives a feel.
But give your thoughts on like your experience working with me, and your thoughts on the project coming out when it does come out, because I think it's going to be a banger.
I'm super excited, and two, I always like working with you. I'm excited that we got like kind of more of a reason to like create. We have a whole set to just together now. And,
yeah.
Anytime that I feel like I'm adding to my repertoire of discography, I feel like I'm doing something I'm supposed to.
I agree.
And so that really helps with me a lot. And then I feel like there's also, I don't know, yeah, dude, just hearing you do different things. Like there was a lot of times where I just feel like I got to, again, like working together directly always gives you a different perspective. So it was nice, like, hearing yourself. You got to see me work, so I feel like that kind of got to push you in a different direction, because you haven't.
It's a motivator for sure.
You know what I mean? Until you're in the kitchen cooking with me, you don't realize how fast things start getting done.
It is fast. I'll give you that. I'm pretty slow. That is the biggest critique I'll give myself. I'm slow when it comes to the creative, but once it's done, it's refined to its refinement of my capability, in my opinion. But I am fucking slow, because you were doing the same refinement in 2 seconds to 2 hours. Like it was kind of funny.
Well, and to be fair, I had to get it done quick, because I also had to be trying to memorize my lines for the movie Hex. So I had like a few things going on at the same time, where I feel like I was trying to stuff all this new material in my brain at the same time. Like, yeah,
you were hyperactive.
Yeah, so I wouldn't say that you even worked slow. We got it done, and we did it.
I mean, I wrote like 3 songs in 3 days. You wrote them all like same day, damn near. It felt like you're not literally, but that pace.
I did wrote a few, and I was writing a few songs for and my upcoming album too. My solo, well, kind of solo album. But it was just something that I don't know. It's to me, I figured something out. I don't know if it's an age thing or what, but it's just like it doesn't.
It clicked.
I will sit down and just write if I need to, and I will. I do. There's times where I want to. Like, I can be more refined. That's the thing. The more times I spit on something, it really just depends on what I feel like getting out. Like, if it's things like Hit the Road Jack, or if it's even like Cutting Them Up, where I definitely would have liked to be a little bit more refined with that. But at the same time, I was really feeling like I hadn't put anything out musically in a while.
See, that's where I'm at now. I haven't put anything out since Leveling Up with Fat J.
I'm excited for this album that we got together.
And I think the writing, I've said it so much, and I know it's kind of becoming redundant for those who are recurrent watchers, but I keep getting better. I do. Like, I really do. And that's what's weird about it, is because like Just a Man's been out, and that's one of my favorite songs I've ever wrote ever, and I think it's just as good as any song that's going to come out with You and I. But I still think the writing on what's coming out with You and I is still the best writing I've ever done. It's like every time I drop something, the writing is the best I've ever done.
Me and you I do like I like feeling like we added some more classics to our repertoire. I feel like the people that like hearing Jimi Hendrix from us are gonna like hearing "Fuck It" from us now.
I
They're
think
gonna like
C.I.
hearing-
Ben's a really good song.
Yeah, like I think that there's gonna be a few more songs that they're gonna be able to add to that list that weren't quite there before. Which that's kind of what I'm. That's what
I agree. I think there's a lot of songs, and like a lot of times I listen to my own. I don't know about you, but I listen to a lot of my own music ad nauseum. Like that's definitely finished, and I'm refining. And there's only a few select songs that I like. It's almost how I determine what I find to be really good songs. Like Running. I listen to that a lot. I listened to that song on nauseam before it ever came out, but I can still listen to it today and enjoy it. Even though it's my own song, I've heard it more times than I'm willing to count. And I feel that way with a lot of some of the Into the Fest songs that we made. Yeah, like C.I. Ben, like Fuck It, like Putting on a Show. I'm honestly 90% of them, like there's something about them where even though I've heard the songs a lot because we made them together, and I'm gonna hear them a lot because I'll put them in my car when I'm listening, taking a long drive. Like I showed my buddy Seth all the music yesterday since he came up from fucking Indy and he supports everything, and he was excited because he's been a big proponent of support since the first day I met him. Like he's been one of those people who is open to hear stuff ahead of time, gives his fan critique, you know, and I could tell when he heard it, he was like, oh, you're making music. It was like, yeah, we're making music, bro. Like and like, I don't know, it got me super excited. Like I know I seem like I'm jumping with joy, but I was yesterday. I was a Sky Sun. I'm fucking tired and sore, but like, it's just one of those things where I'm confident. Like we did our set, and like I walked away from our set when we did Heartfest, and I was like, that was good. And you can't tell me otherwise. No,
I loved it. I loved our set. That's what I said. I just feel like there's gonna be. There's a lot of really good songs. I always like being able to show people kind of different sides of me. So I feel like every song on this, on like the Harvest Fest or Into the Fest, the album that it will be, I feel like every song on there is kind of a little bit different than
it is
its predecessor. There's a couple that give the same energy, just different vibe, if that makes sense. Like I feel like, and I don't know, I really, I feel the whole only listen to your own music because I only have service when I have internet, so I literally only listen to what's downloaded on my phone. So for me, it's just mostly my music and what like it's and like what like a few things that some other people have sent me that I'm like, oh, I really like this song, like
right.
So yeah, no, I definitely feel that, and I like that though. This is the longest period of time I've ever gone in my life where I've done that, and there's something about that like makes me feel more inspired to write my own stuff.
Yeah, no, it's this big thing because I used to do. There is a negative to it, which I know you don't do this, but I fell into this rabbit hole for like a month where I'd only listen to it because I was like, when I had my Pride show, I had an hour-long set. And I was mowing lawns at my old job and the work I was doing was like the chemical spray that we did, and I was mowing the lawns. So I was by myself. So what I would do was I'd put my hour-long set on for my entire 12-hour shift and play that on loop and just practice that. But I did that for like a month. And it made me inspired. Like at first I was really inspired to do more music. But because the caveat to this is the fact that I was preparing for a show, but it also got me tired of listening to myself. So it made me not want to make more music because I didn't want to hear myself anymore. I was like, I need a break from me. I'm tired of me. So I think there's pros and cons to it, but I think the pros outweigh the cons. Because the only con is listening to it too much, and that's a really fine line to try to cross, in my experience.
I just keep writing stuff to surprise myself.
Yeah, I mean, that's valid. But you said you had some questions for me, so let's jump into that. I'm curiosity's killing the cat. I want to know.
Questions for the BDR. Well, first of all, what's your idea of a success in music specifically?
So, music specifically, I actually already feel fully accomplished, believe it or not. I know it's hard to believe. Actually, I don't know it's hard to believe because it's not to me. But everything that I've ever wanted from music, I've already got, because the size of the venue and the size does not matter to me. At this point, it's writing, like at this point in my life, it's writing music that has a meaning to somebody. And when I wrote Fake Friends, I had somebody message me saying, hey bro, I really need to hear this song. It changed my life. And they were being genuine, because I've had a lot of hate and fake and all that kind of stuff too, being an online presence. But making a genuine impact on the culture is my ultimate goal. And right now I've already done that. I have legitimately already done that. And now it's just trying to make it bigger and bigger and bigger day by day, and bring it to a national level, bring it worldwide, and that will just be continued success. But in terms of actually being successful as an artist, in my eyes, I can't get more successful, because the core of why I do it is to impact other people. And it doesn't matter the quantity, as long as there's one person out there who needs to listen to my music or wants to listen to my music. And at the end of the day, I write my music for myself as like a therapy, so that will never change. So I'll never stop writing music. But for putting it out purposes, there's always going to be a person that wants to listen to it, and that to me is a reason to continue.
Okay. How do you come up with song names?
I'm very emotional based, and that's where I really show my emotions, is in my music. That's how I came up with the song names, actually. Normally it comes up with either, a lot of times, a lot of the concepts for writing my songs, or I'll come up with a line that I think is good, like running. I was like, running, why you running from me? And I came up with that on the spot. That's a song I wrote in like 15 minutes, and I was just troubleshooting, and it just stuck to my head. So I came up with, I was like, oh, well, that's catchy, so I'll just call it Runnin'. It's like the main focus of the chorus. But then there's Just a Man. And that comes with days of just the writing process, just writing. I'm not thinking of a name title. I'm thinking of the concept of the message of the song. And once I feel like through the writing of my lyrics, I have achieved that, like Just a Man, it's how I felt when I was writing. Initially, you actually changed it. You're the reason the song title changed, because I was just I'm a different type of gangster, because I was kind of writing a life of like I'm not a bitch, like, basically, but I'm not a gangbanger either. And I wanted to kind of get that message across, like, I don't fuck with me, but I'm not going to go out of my way to cause trouble, or I'm not affiliated or nothing like that. And that's what the start of the song was. And then it came to Just a Man, and we started talking, and we had a conversation, and it made me think of that. So it honestly comes from so many different things, from a concept to a song where I'm writing an emotion out, like airing it out. And I'm like, well, airing it out is kind of how I feel, so that's the title, to just whatever line I come up with of the song, if it makes sense. Like Fake Friends, like I was talking about Fake Friends, so I'm going to call it Fake Friends. And then Love I Want on my Mixed Bag of Emotions album. Like, each titles to that song was based on the emotion of the title of the song. So it's very emotional based.
Okay. I like that. I also would like to know.
I feel like I'm getting interrogated for prison instead of like.
Yeah. It's my first time hosting a podcast. I'm really trying to soak it in.
Yeah, welcome to the Gift of Gab, hosted by IGP.
Yeah. I'm just trying to really soak it in. I don't want to give it back so easily. How do you feel about the current state of hip hop, specifically rap, R&B?
What scale?
Music in general.
I'll do hip hop, but like globally or locally.
Like the current state. Like, how do you feel?
I'll break it down to tiers.
Do you feel like people have access? Do you think it's easy to find the kind of music that should be inspiring people? Do you think that the right kind of artists are big right now? Like, how do you feel about the current state of hip hop? Do you feel like the wrong person is the king? Like, what's going on?
I think the current state of hip hop is in a bipolar state. Because what buzz you up and what's popular is like Instagram Reels and TikTok music. Like Doji got really popular. She even talked about it in one of her songs. Now I'm making TikTok music. What the fuck? And then I forget his name, but one of the songs I showed you. I don't think it's possible. I can't go broke. Like that whole little tidbit of that song. He's famous. I wish I could know his name. I'm actually gonna look it up just because I like get his bag. Whatever. I respect it. But I think it's Zeddy. But that style of music's really popular to make dance-like music. It's by, Zeddy Will. He fades in, comes in for like a month or two, fades out for a while, comes in, fades in for a month or two, because he makes TikTok-like music. And I don't like that shit. I mean, that song's on my playlist, so I think it has a positive in making you can make good music, because if I hear catchy something on a TikTok, a lot of times I'll go check out a song. Like, Sex sells a lot, and a lot of songs of hip-hop sell, like songs like Surround Sound. Legit made Surround Sound. I already knew about the song, but it became undeniable even though it was already on my playlist with like girls shaking their ass with the ceiling challenge. I was like really big when that song
like
came out.
A year after it came out, though.
Yeah, see, that's a positive because it's songs can re-blow up from it. I like that aspect of it. I don't like the fact that the music is being geared towards making something catchy and not meaningful. I like impactful music. The reason I say it's bipolar is because you also have artists who are at the top of the top, like Kendrick Lamar and Tyler, the Creator, who make making thematic music and stuff with even it doesn't even have to be like from their personal life per se, and some of it is, but a storytelling makes you think. To me, it's like critical thinking, and they're all Grammy nominated. So I don't think it's bad. I think it's stagnant though. I think it's bipolar and it's stagnant. I think there's a lot of pros to be had, but I think there's a lot of negatives. And the reason I think it's bipolar is because Kendrick Lamar
and Kendrick is number one. That's what happens.
The reason I think it's stagnant is not because he's number one. He's number one because of what he did last year.
No, 100%.
So we're still riding the biggest wave of hip hop right now. Really, is what Tyler and Kendrick did early this year, late last year, with the beef. Oh, he's getting Grammys for all the beef shit he did with Drake.
I think. Listen, I will say.
And he's breaking all the tour records because all the stuff he did with Drake.
No, it's gonna feel this way for a while until
he comes out with something new.
Don't get me wrong. I don't know if anybody's listened to Jid's new album. God Does Love Ugly.
Fantastic.
But he also this is my rebuttal to what you're saying. Right before that album came out, he did $1. It's called $1 in a Dream tour, where for 3 days in New York, he did
Kendrick
concert.
Did?
No, Jid.
Okay.
He did a concert in New York every day for 3 days, and you could get in this concert for $1.
I think that's a good thing.
And so, like, there's stuff like that that's happening all the time. That's why I asked you. I think that the current state of hip hop is in a good place. I think that the access to see things like that, like depending on where you're going, depending on how deep you are, is the issue.
I think from surface level,
I think it's hard.
The casual hip hop fan is brain rotted and stuff, like, and I'm not a fan of that. Like, it's what sells. It's what's always sold, to be fair. But like the style of music Call of Duty makes, party music, and like talking about guns and stuff, and style of music that 50 Cent used to make. But he was talking about the reason he blew up was because people knew he was talking about his life.
I'm pretty sure Tupac was talking about killing people too.
Tupac, yeah, literally though.
I'm not.
Well, what some of the differences is certain artists is some of them, it's at least whether it's true or not, the fan belief is true, and that's really what matters is the guise of it. And speaking of hip hop stuff, even though I know you might have one more question,
no, it's okay. I do.
Good, but since you brought up positive hip hop stuff going on, Armani White and Denzel Curry handled business at a kid park. There's a homeless guy threatening to like go to prison and kill kids and shit, and they basically were like, it was super respectful. They didn't get violent or nothing, but they're like, look, if you don't leave, it's gonna be nasty because we can't have someone threatening to kill kids and basically just be out of pocket and be a piece of shit. And they just respectfully stood up. And for those who don't know, Denzel Curry's been doing Muay Thai for over 10 years. And Armani White has trained in boxing and trained with people of the likes of like Floyd Mayweather and shit. So he knows at least more than the average person. So a cracked out homeless person probably would have got fucked up. But I thought it was a positive thing. I thought it was cool to see. I had to go out of my way to find it, like you're saying. But I thought it was good to see shit like that happening. You know what I mean?
You just don't have a good source anymore. They shut down MTV this year, aren't they?
I don't know. I got it from TMZ, actually.
Yeah,
I got it from fucking TMZ.
Yeah,
TMZ's been like quick with the reports, like boom. Ever since Kobe Bryant's death, which were the first ones to ever, they were the first media source to release that information.
The first media source usually to release a lot of information, to be fair.
But they have a lot of, as much as they're clowned on, they have a lot of accurate information, bro. Like TMZ's not a bad source. Cat fight going on in the background.
They've only been sued a couple times for fighting.
Just a little bit.
Just a few times.
Just for fighting, because the cats are fighting.
For lying.
But, yeah, so we'll be back. You got a couple more questions for me. We got other things to get into, like UFC stuff, some more hip-hop news, some even NFL news, stuff that's happening today as well as we're recording. It's the BDR with your boy Odd Unique. This is the Gift of Gab, and we'll be right back.
Yeah. It's the BDI.
And then her fucking balls drop. No, we're back with another episode of the Gift of Gab. You know, back to the second part with my main man, Odd Unique.
Yep.
And we ended talking about Denzel Curry and Amani White, but you were asking me questions, and I just brought that up because it was related to what we were talking about. But you said you had one more question, and then we'll get to some other stuff.
Yeah, so I guess my only last question was, who would you feature with that you haven't already? So it can't be like me or anybody else that you have features with, and even in the bank that people don't know about. Dead or alive, who would you pick, artist?
Dead or alive?
Yeah, dead or alive.
Am I getting them like in their prime?
I mean, you're getting them whenever you want them.
Eminem.
Okay.
That's because that's who I grew up. Eminem, but then also I have can I give you more than one? I have a few they're about the same.
You only has to be less than a Rushmore, so you can get two.
Okay, so Eminem or B.O.B.
Okay.
Pretty handedly.
Okay.
To be honest, I mean those are guys are the first two on my Mount Rushmore. So
I feel that.
So it's kind of like one of those I have to. I mean, and they're both alive. I mean, dead.
Oh yeah, no. Okay, look. Well, that's what will make it spicy. There we go. Give me one dead, one alive.
Dead. Let me just look up a list of hip hop artists that are dead, so I don't forget.
Dude, there's tons of them.
I know there are.
5 that overdosed while we're asking the question.
I know. I don't want to forget any of them. You know.
Are you kidding me?
I mean, I don't know because it depends because there's Juice WRLD who is more my generation. You know, he's he'd be what? I'm 23, so he'd be what? 25, 26, if that. Now. So he's around my age. So and even though we don't necessarily make the same style of music, I can relate to him. But here's one that you wouldn't expect that I've always been a fan of, and it's because the way I write my music, I can write really good choruses, but I still need to develop the vocals better to my a standard that I'm okay with. So I think he would be perfect, especially because I listen to Nate Dogg.
That's a good one.
Nate Dogg. He is so good with hooks and choruses and stuff, and I think his voice, with the way I have some ideas for music, would allow me to write a whole style of music people haven't seen yet, just due to his style of artistry.
Well, we have a surprise for you, Rick. Nate Dogg, come on.
That would be awesome. I'd shit my pants.
No, he's it. No.
Yeah, Nate Dogg, Juice WRLD, Biggie, honestly.
Nope, that's it. Too late. You keep going. You only had too many.
I know. Well, now I'm just rattling them off.
Yeah.
Two alive, two dead. So
yeah.
Eminem, B.O.B. alive, Nate Dogg, or Juice WRLD dead.
Okay.
Kind of get a variety of different styles in there too. Allows me to have different options. Not limited to a box. Nate Dogg is just so smooth though. I
can get down on some Nate Dogg. If I had to choose, I'm going to be a lot more. If I could choose anybody to do a song with, any artist, if we're going to go hip hop specifically, on my alive, it's probably going to be Jid.
I figured as much.
And then if we're going to, my dead is probably gonna be. I'd like to make a song with Easy.
That would be fun.
Easy E would just be fun. I feel like just that.
I got white Jerry curls. They're not fully Jerry curl, but I got white curls.
I used to. That was the guy who got me into West Coast G-Funk.
That's valid, dude. I was watching my running music video, and before anyone gets their fucking hair up their ass, I'm not saying I'm Eazy-E by any stretch of the fucking imagination, but there's I'm in the alley and I have the sunglasses on with this hat is similar to the style he is, especially in the movies, Straight Outta Compton. My hair was super curly that day, twice it was today. I felt like white Eazy-E. I'm gonna be honest, I did. I felt like I was watching myself in a movie because of it was in slow motion. I had the fucking same sunglasses on as him and stuff, and I was like, this is an unintentional perfect. It made me realize the subconscious influence someone like that actually has on me, because I chose those glasses because I think they're cool, and I realized this because of someone like Eazy-E. That was a cool come to full circle moment. Not to derail your answer or anything,
No,
but like
so that's it. No, that's it for me. I just won alive one day.
honorable mention, which you know I had a few. E-Rock, because you fucking retired and we didn't make a song together. So
Yeah, that's true.
E-Rock,
He might be coming out of retirement.
you will be do a song with the BDR. That's what I'm saying. But we got some other stuff to talk about. So not
Get
too
to
much
it.
has been going on in the UFC, but
It is moving to Paramount soon.
it is. I've talked about that before. It has moved into Paramount. That's in January. That's going to be a big deal because there's going to be a lot of big fights for Paramount,
So
like
they say.
star wise.
Don't you think?
But-
Listen, can I speak a little conspiracy theory on the UFC stuff right now?
It's fucking sky blue, of course.
So don't you think? Because before it was more of like what your pay per view made kind of determined how much you got paid as a fighter a little bit, right?
To a degree.
Now that's kind of
Pay-per-view
integrated
points.
into a deal that's already done into Paramount. So I think a few things might happen, right? Like we're gonna not see Pereira fight twice in a year anymore. I think we're gonna only maybe see him fight once. I think they're gonna have a lot less
age.
I think not even just that. I'm thinking name wise. Like, okay, take whoever it is. I think you're gonna take the biggest fighters, and they're gonna go to fighting once a year, if that. Because all those other 12 fights that they're gonna guarantee you now that you don't have to pay pay-per-view for, it's already included in your subscription. They don't have to give you the most entertaining fight anymore because now you don't have to just skip out on the pay-per-view. You're already paying for it even if you don't watch.
You're not wrong, but that's going to be their main source and only source for pay-per-views in general. So they're going to want to
the
be.
deal's already done.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Deal's already done. Same
So I
thing
guess
with
we'll
the
see how it
NBA.
plays out. But I think
Same
they're
thing
going to
with,
want
like,
a
the
big
NBA.
bang off the
I
beginning.
do too. I think they're going to.
Sean O'Malley hasn't fought again the rest of the year for a specific reason, and it's not because he's injured. I think they're saving him for Paramount.
They want to sell Paramount Plus. They can just be like, "Hey, if you get a Paramount Plus, like you know what I mean."
Sean O'Malley's a big star. Ilya Taporia is going to be fighting again here soon.
Tax time and Christmas, there's going to be big fights.
Well, speaking of big fights that
That's what they want
hopefully get
people to
rebooked
spend.
before the end of the year, one of the biggest fights of the year that was a disappointment was Tom
O'Malley just lost
Aspinall.
his last fight, right?
Yeah, he lost against Marab. I'm pretty sure it was the last fight. But who's fought like 3 times since then, which is fucking insane. He has like the most fights in a year ever by a fighter. He's the UFC bantamweight GOAT, hands down. Like, it's pretty much inarguable at this point. It's insane. It's history in the making. But Tom Aspinall was fighting Cyril Gahn, and he got eye poked. Bad. And
Yeah,
he still
they
can't be
stopped the
seen.
fight, right?
Stopped the fight. No contest. Hopefully they get that rebooked in December. The reason it's been a big deal is because everyone, the narrative is like Tom Aspinall's the bad guy for getting eye poked. And I just think it's bullshit that he's getting like flake because other fighters have like fought through them, but every eye poke's different. And it made it look even worse because recently, not this last Saturday, but the Saturday prior, I forget his name, but a teammate in Tom Aspinall's camp also got eye poked and then went on to knock out the fucking guy he's fighting and win the fight immediately after the fight started. So it kind of made Tom look, like a bitch, even though he's not. The stakes are different. You have a heavyweight battle. That's a big money change. Demetrius Johnson talked about this.
From my understanding with the Tom Aspinall thing, I don't think it was his idea to necessarily stop the fight. I thought it was.
It was doctor. Doctor and ref. It was, yeah. He literally said he couldn't fucking see. And they were saying, well, if you say that, it means you can't fight. But it's like, if you can't see, you can't see. It's a natural reaction. He just got poked in the eye multiple times that fight. That was the one that stopped it. And Demetrius Johnson also mentioned this, which was a big point. When you talk about personal life, he said that he was making over $300,000 when he went to fight Henry Cejudo back in the day, right? After he lost that fight, he went down to like $120,000. Now, granted, $120,000 is a lot of fucking money. I'd kill for that damn near. But it's not a lot as compared to $300,000+. That's a big pay cut. Imagine making $20 and you start making $5. You know what I mean? That's a big pay cut of your stuff if you lost that belt. So for him to risk not only his permanent health even further and to lose a pay cut when he could just have a no contest because he can't fucking see, because not everyone's Michael Bisping training for years with one eyeball, I think the backlash is bullshit. That's all I'm saying. And so I brought it up because I think it's crazy. And it made him look bad because his teammate also got a knockout right after getting eye poked.
Well, I mean, it just be like that sometimes. It's irony.
Last night, crazy shit happened. UFC Vegas 111. There was 8 fucking finishes.
Nice.
And one of them was a crazy mean KO from Bob Finn to Brown in round 2, and he just fucking laid him out. And it was like controversial because Well, I think happened is he got knocked out and his head hit the back of the mat and woke him back up because he looked like he was ready to still fight, but he got laid the fuck out. So that's been controversial. And the third controversy, because it's nothing but controversy you see, and this is the biggest one, is that they're under investigation by the FBI for gambling allegations, which has been going around in sports, as you probably know, with NBA and the mafia. But it was a random fighter named Bulgarian. He's not like a big fighter. He's not like a star name, right? But like right before the fight, everyone bet on him or whoever, him or the other guy to lose in the first round, and the betting odds like changed significantly, and they canceled the betting before the fight ever even started. The fight before. If you know anything about betting, they don't do that. Even on live games or live fights, you normally can bet during the fight, like this next round they're going to get a knockout. You can bet upcoming till the fight actually starts and shit like that. They completely cancel the betting, and now the FBI is investigating like the UFC and fighters, and several fighters all of a sudden come out and said they've been approached to take dives and fights and shit. So it's kind of becoming a big narrative thing in the UFC, and then also with the NBA. You know more about that. You can talk about that if you'd like.
The NBA is kind of more. It's kind of crazy about the amount of. The thing is, they only talked about the few bigger names that you're gonna know, but they made 30 arrests, and not to mention that the FBI does not come out and tell you that they're going to investigate you.
Right.
If they don't already have evidence to make arrests.
If you're not in custody, they're probably not announcing it.
And it's not even just that. They'll announce it and still go and put you in custody. It's just they're not going to make that announcement if they don't usually have the evidence. Now, I will say the only case that doesn't usually happen is the Epstein files for whatever reason. But
that may or may not exist. They do exist, but don't exist.
But other than that, for the most part, they're usually pretty on the spot with that. And again, it comes down to there's tons of guys who are just in the NBA that you don't really know about. They're not even sixth men or seventh men. They are the guys that are just making it out of G League. They have like
McClung's getting investigated by the FBI, and no, I'm just kidding. But shout out to him for being signed to the Pacers.
But to be honest, though, the people that are in his position are the people that are taking those deals because they don't have guaranteed money.
Yeah.
What they can guarantee is money on a bet like that. So I think that's a lot of where this is like stemming from. And I am one of those people that I really hate it. Like, I think that we should go back to banning, like, gambling and sports should go back to feeling taboo again, like, to some degree. I hate, like, literally watching an NBA game and then being like, and this is sponsored by FanDuel. And it's like, this makes me feel like
that's what's really funny. There's jokes about it for like UFC shit because Dana even addressed it on social media. But then there was like memes made, but this is also sponsored by DraftKings. Pick your fighting bet odds now. And it was like, you guys are still promoting this shit, so it's like you're not really that worried about it.
That's what I mean. Like it's integrated. The deals can't be broken. Gil's Arena was just arrested for the same shit right before the NBA got the reason. Why do you think they're investigating? It's not because necessarily.
You said Gilbert Arenas?
Yeah, Gil's Arena was just arrested for gambling for this exact thing because
that's funny.
Well, he was running it, but he was running.
That's what shit Gilbert Arenas would do.
Not NBA gambling, but like he was running illegal gambling out of his own house with the mafia. Then that same mafia gets busted, and they start making ties do what they were doing.
Right.
And now Gil's Arena lost his sponsorship to Underdog. I wonder why.
Weird.
It wasn't necessarily just because of the arrest. It was just like other things. Like Underdog was now being investigated.
Switching gears.
Yeah. My bad.
No. You don't have to apologize.
Oh, slow down.
You're speed up. No, switching gears because you made me think about arrests. We're gonna talk about some hip hop news.
Okay.
Like you said, there isn't much going on, but there is stuff going on.
Okay.
And I found out some stuff that I thought was kind of interesting.
Lay it on me.
Well, first is Rod Wave is arrested on drug charges. And I was reading the article, and it looked like it's looking like it's a bullshit arrest from what his lawyer, according to his lawyer, I should say, that it's a targeted arrest and it's not genuine charges, and they're going to be fighting it to the T. But yeah, he's currently in custody and arrested from Atlanta.
So I don't know if you heard about this, but you know he was arrested earlier this year, right?
I did hear about it, but I didn't educate myself on it.
So he was arrested earlier this year for like a domestic violence type thing, I think. And they said the same thing with that. So I start to wonder how many things are actual bullshit.
And the lawyer's paid to defend his client.
Yeah, he's not going to come out. And I mean, if my lawyer came out and said that I was guilty, he wouldn't be my lawyer anymore.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's
What was that?
I think it's illegal for them to outright say whether one's innocent or guilty. Like it's a contractual thing or something. I don't know. From my experience with my ex's sister, there's like some fine like certain vocabulary you can't use.
Yeah, there's definitely some vernacular.
Like the client can't directly have an admission to guilt to the lawyer, even if are guilty and shit like that. Like it's weird. It's weird because it makes it like from business to personal and shit like that.
No, you can admit to your lawyer that you're guilty. They can't do anything about it.
You just gotta plead. Yeah, you gotta tell them how you want to plead.
Yeah, you can tell.
This other one,
I've had some lawyers in my day.
This one, yeah. This one, these other two, I'm actually pretty passionate about, and I'm curious your thoughts on them.
Okay.
The first one is Royce the 5'9" opens up about his health issues and his inability to rap. He's good now, but he has like some disease that or like nerve that was inflated that was causing spasms in his face and shit, and so he couldn't like record or talk even for like the longest time. It's like a genetic thing. And he brought that up because he's been working on Big L's Posthumanist album. And I thought it was interesting. Glad to hear that he's in good health again, because Royce is an OG of the game and hip hop, and he's been around for a while. And
you want to hear a hot take?
Don't like him?
No, I think Royce is a better rapper than Eminem.
I don't think it's that hot. I mean, I think Eminem's better, but I think
I don't know.
It's like Jordan to LeBron.
I've just been doing a lot more. I did a lot more. I recently did like what I would call like a retrospective on Royce, and I just feel like there was a lot of stuff that I missed because I was kind of growing up during that time. Like I kind of knew what happened, but I feel like there was things that I didn't necessarily know as much about because I was young. And so, like, looking back, I just feel like Royce is... I love him a lot. I really like him as a person. I like him as an artist. I guess I don't know him as a person, so I take that back. He could end up being a monster. I do. I just, like, dude, there's just... Yeah, and I don't know. I think a lot of... I don't know. I can almost being in the local level, and I know it's like I'm not no fucking superstar yet, but it's like seeing how interpersonal relationships develop, and even writing songs like Cutting Up and Hitting Up Jack, I can almost see how competition amongst your peers can spiral into something that turns into you being blackballed, blacklisted, and
happened.
In a place where you were heavily contributing.
Yeah, I completely understand that. I just want to know your thoughts about the Posthumanist album. I think like your thoughts on those. I kind of feel weird about those.
No, I like that. I think that I'm glad to hear him working again. I actually didn't know about him having health issues, so that's actually there was two newses for me.
Yeah, I didn't know either, and I follow Royce pretty consistently, so I thought that was cool because it shows him being more open. He seems to have a trend of that as older he gets. He's never not been open, but he seems to tell more about his personal life.
He's not a very spotlighty artist, though.
He's really, not.
Fastlane, I feel like, is the most... Like, when him and Eminem came out with that
Bad
dual
Meets
album...
Evil.
Yeah, the Bad Meets... That's, I feel like, the most exposure he's had to the media ever. Like,
yeah, seriously. So, I don't know. It was kind of it's cool. He has a lot of songs that talk about his personal life, so I like seeing when he does that. And then Posthuman albums I feel weird about, but he made it point. He was like, these are verses that was recorded while alive, and then we're just adding with alive people. So he's still like, he's like, Big L's crazy. You need to hear this shit.
Yeah. No, Big L is crazy. There's certain... The only thing I will say is, like, so a lot of older artists that I've heard, there's like who else? Just there's a few. Okay, I guess a good example I'll give, since I can't think of a bad one, is Designer recently just kind of changed his style. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah,
he came out with a freestyle that is very heavily like Brooklyn inspired.
Right.
And
he's an Atlanta native, though, isn't he? Am I tripping? What is his? I don't know what his native of. I think it's Atlanta.
Yeah, he's from. I think
it's a style of music I get from him.
I think he's from Brooklyn. I think he just rapped in that
Atlanta style.
He made a reference. I got broads in Atlanta. I just think he just was using like a drill style. Yeah,
he just used the influence of that style of music because he does it good. But anyway, sorry, I just derail you.
So I think there's people that can kind of rebrand in a good way to some degree. But there's like Will Smith, okay? There's another example. I don't think that he is translated well into modern. And not because I don't think that Will can't necessarily rap, but now he's like cussing and doing all the things that
Comes
like
off corny
was
from
against
him.
his stick. Like, if you're going to continue to do your thing, continue to do your thing. I feel like at some point,
It makes it disingenuous, I feel like.
yeah, or well, I don't want even not even disingenuous because it is more genuine of who he is now. But I also don't want to hear you freestyling and be on like, yeah. So if you talk shit about my wife, I'm gonna smack your ass. Like, all right, calm down, because you just went on an apology tour.
Yeah, so it can't be acting
I don't
like
know, it
you're
just
hard.
feels- so yes, to some degree it does feel disingenuous, but also to another degree it just doesn't translate well. There's a couple other rappers like that where it's like they just don't. It won't continue. They needed to stay in their era, and they could do their older stuff now, or even, but like trying to take that style and overlap it on like a modern beat, or take it like just make almost old 90s rap if that's what you like, if that was your era. Like, I feel like more people would respect you for that. I just feel like I've seen a lot recently, and I don't know why.
I kind of get that. I kind of get that, though. I
Not
really
in a
do.
bad way. Not even, again, not that they're bad rappers. Just, again, not sticking to the thing that makes you you.
Speaking of calling people out for being authentic, Ice Cube recently did that at one of his shows for calling out lazy performers, calling out a lot of famous rappers for being lazy, and he's like, "Motherfucker, we don't spend all this money, drive all this way, spend all this money on the ticket and stuff to come sing the songs to you. Came to hear you rap." So he basically called out artists who.
I'm on that.
I'm on that big time. I'm gonna use that as a fucking launching pad to call artists.
Shout out to Maddie and Kibbles and even Messi, honestly, for growing up. That's like, I rap the way I do over beats and not a backtrack, like with just me in the instrumental, because that's what I was told was the right way, and it
is the right way. I mean, even Ice Cube to the highest level. Eminem doesn't really use backing vocals. Uses, like, I get it to use it at certain points of the song to elevate it
for live
but when you use
performances.
it, like Lil Wayne recently played like 15 minutes of a song, and the other 10 minutes was like. Played 15 minutes of song, the other 10 minutes was like the fan singing the song. He didn't do no fucking rapping. And I fuck that. I hate that shit. And I see a lot of local artists who I'm going to be on this same show, December 13th, Bad Spawn Sickness, who don't fucking use their backing vocals. And I'm going to be honest, I hate that shit. You'll probably see me walk out during your set, not disrespectfully, go smoke and come back in between your set and go see the next artist, because I can't stand that shit. I'm not watching a show. If you want me to check out your music, send it to me. I'll rather listen to the mastered quality version that's going to sound better than your live version because you're just doing your backing vocals. Send me your actual mastered shit and I'll listen to it a separate time. But for a show, I want to see you perform it. I want to see what motions do you do that makes this experience specifically unique for why I should be coming to see you.
You're just elevating the performance. You come and see me, I'm likely to be faking backflips, taking my shirt off.
Yeah, it's a performance. It's entertainment. It's not just a playing of songs that I've made and I pretend to rap them.
No, well, and honestly, sometimes, listen. So I've had it both ways. The thing is, look, I understand kind of why certain famous people do it to some degree. I'm down to like be a part. I think like, especially I've been to certain. I haven't really seen it done too well at a rap concert, but there's tons of rock concerts where I feel like it really works fucking well. Like where they're like having the crowd sing, and then they go into.
I don't think there's anything wrong with having the crowd involved, but when it's the entire concert, it should be a part of it, not the most of it.
No, 100%. And okay, my other thing is, if you're a local artist at all, and you didn't sell fucking 20 tickets, don't not be singing your song. Nobody knows your song. Like you know what I mean? Like the people I don't know. And even for the people that do know your song, I still think there's something to like, again, you're elevating it by being a live performance. I don't understand why you would like, I don't get that. I really don't.
No, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. It bothers me to a degree. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I had. Like, other than, like I said, I got that show coming up, and I want to make that a more positive show. I'm excited about the show. I'm hosting, and I got a set, and it's going to be December 13th, Owl House Records, 109 East Sycamore Street. Be right there, hosted and thrown by Mad Spawn, which, ironically enough, he's mad and he spawns. I don't fucking know, but I'm excited. It's his first show ever. It's going to be a good time. We'll have fun.
It's the first annual.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. Well, I think it'll be a good time, and we'll see what plays out for the future after that show. If you know what I mean by that, you know what I mean. But one more notable thing. I said we're going to talk about NFL stuff. And I was a little negative, but Marshawn Kneeland of the Dallas Cowboys committed suicide recently. And although it is sad, I read more into it, and he was getting from what I read, and it was only skimmed, so don't quote me specifically, but it was involved with police involved, and he was fleeing the police, and he wrecked his car, and he was going to get caught. They found his crashed car, and then they found his body separately, a distance further away. And I feel like, as unfortunate it seemed like a cowardice retreat. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to go to prison, so I'm gonna off myself.
Maybe. Accidents happen.
Accidents do happen, but it's looking like a suicide. So I just talk to people, be supportive, look out for them. And then as we're recording, the Colts just beat the Atlanta Falcons, and Jonathan Taylor just ran for a 85+ yard touchdown. So That's my MVP. Even though I'm a Saints fan, I'm from Indiana. I love Indiana, and that's all I had for NFL news. But I just one negative, one positive, yin yang. Purple, black, talkies, I don't fucking know. But what you got, we'll end it off with what you got going on, what moves you're making up, promote yourself, man. Tell people who you are.
I'm Odd Unique, ODDUNIQUE. I'm a hippie that makes hip-hop for the soul to bop to. You can find me right now on YouTube. That is Suited Change. I'm going to have a DistroKid soon, I promise. And then I have a show on December 3rd. I think I actually have a show on the 21st as well at our house, but I have a show on December not 3rd. I have a show on December 6th that is a Christmas bash, and it is for, if you bring a toy, you can get in for free, and we're going to donate those toys to kids.
Do you rate what to do throw on that show, right?
Yes.
Columbus.
Yeah, it is.
Columbus, Indiana.
Columbus, Indiana. I'll be
Shrine Club.
You can check me out, Odd Unique or Caleb Sample on Facebook, and you'll see the flyer posted up soon. And then also I have a show at our house on January 10th that I am throwing, just like a little New Year's bash to kind of start the year off of doing some hip hop with some people that I haven't done a show with before. I wanted to pick some all new people.
That'll be fire.
So come out, have a good time. Make sure that you go check me out on Facebook, Instagram, where you're going to find me mostly. Again, ODDUNIQUE, and thank you guys, man. Thank you for having me. It's
your boy, the BDR. You already know. Check me out on all social media platforms, mainly YouTube. Check out the new Running music video. Let's get that to over 4K views, guys. Another music video coming out. Just a man. Working with my main man, Maddie, Saturn Storm Media. I almost said production. Saturn Storm Media, producer of this podcast. It's the Gift of Gab. Make sure your dick's small, your ball's big. Talk to you later.
Woo!